Picture this, you're standing in the middle of a grocery store. There's soft music playing, baskets rolling by, people chatting, and rows of colorful food. Now imagine, this is your English classroom.
I like that. Because honestly, grocery stores are full of real life English labels, signs, small talk. It's everyday language in action.
Exactly. Think about it. Every aisle teaches something. You read fresh produce, frozen meals, baked goods. You hear people say things like, "Excuse me, where can I find the milk?" Or, "Do you have change for a cart?"
And it's all natural English, no textbook, no pressure, just the language of real life.
So today, we're going shopping together in English. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to navigate a grocery store like a local, how to ask for help, talk about food, and sound totally natural while doing it.
Grab your shopping list and maybe a snack, because this episode might make you hungry.
All right, so let's start at the entrance. You walk in and grab either a basket or a cart.
Quick vocab check. In American English, we say shopping cart, but in British English, it's trolley.
Right. So you might hear, "Do you need a cart?" or "Grab a trolley before you go in."
Next, you usually head to the produce section. That's where all the fresh fruits and vegetables are.
And that word produce is a good one. It's pronounced produce, and it means fresh food grown on farms, not produce like the verb. English loves to recycle words, doesn't it?
Always. So you might say, I'm getting some fresh produce, or let's grab a few apples and a bag of carrots.
Speaking of which, here's something to practice. Repeat after me. Could you tell me where the apples are?
Nice. That's one of those polite, useful questions that works everywhere in grocery stores, airports, hotels, you name it.
Another one you might need? "Excuse me, do you have any fresh bread today?"
Or, hi, where can I find the pasta section?
Notice how we always start with a soft, polite phrase. "Excuse me" or "Hi, could you tell me?" It's not just good manners. It makes your English sound friendly and confident.
Exactly. And if someone asks you a question like that, you can respond simply, it's over there, aisle 4, or next to the dairy section.
Aisle, that's another key word. It's spelled Aisle, but the S is silent. Say it with me. Aisle.
You'll hear things like, you'll find it in aisle 5, or it's on the top shelf in aisle 3.
So even just walking through a grocery store gives you a dozen little chances to use English naturally.
And we're only at the beginning of the shopping trip.
Oh, there's plenty more. From asking for prices to chatting at the checkout.
Don't worry, we'll cover it all. So, Mia, let's say you're in the store and you can't find something. What's the best way to ask for help?
Easy. Start with "excuse me," then add your question. For example, "Excuse me, where can I find the rice?" Or, "Excuse me, do you have any almond milk?"
Those two words, excuse me, they're gold. You can use them anywhere when you're asking, when you're passing by someone, even when you accidentally bump into a cart.
Right? If you need someone to move, you can say, "Excuse me, could I get by?" Or simply, "Sorry, just passing through." That tiny bit of politeness goes a long way.
Now, once you find what you need, there's another kind of English you'll hear, comparison language. Grocery stores are perfect for practicing it.
Yeah, you'll often compare prices, sizes, or brands. You might think this one is cheaper, or that one's more expensive, or this brand looks healthier.
Or this pack is larger, but that one's on sale. The word on sale means discounted, means it costs less than usual.
And if you want to ask, you can say, "Is this on sale?" Or, "Do you have any discounts on this item?"
Let's make that a mini practice moment. Repeat after us. Is this on sale?
And now, do you have any discounts on this?
Nice, natural, and polite. Exactly what you'd say to a store employee.
Let's move over to the deli section. That's where they sell things like sliced meat, cheese, and sometimes salads. You'll often hear, "How much would you like?" or "half a pound or a full pound."
And remember, a pound is about 450 grams. So you can say, I'd like half a pound of turkey, please. Or, could I get 200 grams of cheese?
Here's another useful phrase: "Can I try a sample?" That's what you say when you want a small piece to taste before buying.
Yes, and people do that all the time. Can I try a sample of that cheese? Totally normal.
Now, one of my favorite parts of grocery English: small talk.
Oh, yeah, that friendly little chat while you're waiting at the checkout. It's short, but it's real conversation practice,
The cashier might say, "Did you find everything okay?"
and you can answer, yes, thanks. Or, actually, I couldn't find the brown rice.
They might also ask, "Do you need a bag?" In some countries, you have to pay for them now.
True, and here's a quick vocabulary tip. Bag can mean a plastic bag, paper bag, or reusable one. So you could say, yes, please, a paper bag. Or, no thanks, I brought my own.
And one more common phrase you'll hear: "Would you like your receipt?"
The receipt is that small piece of paper that shows what you bought and how much you paid.
You can reply, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you." Simple.
But the magic here isn't just knowing the words. It's getting used to those little rhythms of polite English, how people sound when they say them.
Exactly. The grocery store is one of the few places where you can listen, repeat, and interact with English speakers naturally, and nobody will think you're practicing.
Because you're just shopping.
Okay, so now that we've covered the basics, asking for help, talking to the cashier, let's walk through some real life conversations you might have in different parts of the store.
Perfect. Let's start where everyone usually begins, the fruit section.
Imagine you're standing by the apples. You could ask someone, "Are these apples sweet or sour?" Or, "Do you know if these are local?"
Good one. Local means the food was grown nearby, not imported from far away.
Exactly. And if you want to describe fruit, here are some natural adjectives: ripe, ready to eat, fresh, juicy, sweet, crisp.
So you might say, these peaches look ripe. Or, I love crisp apples.
Or even, "This mango smells so sweet." Adding small adjectives like that makes your English sound more alive.
All right, now picture the vegetable aisle. You're picking out carrots, lettuce, maybe some tomatoes. If you're not sure what to call something, you can simply point and say, what's this one called? Or, how do you cook this?
That's such a great way to learn new words in context. You're not just memorizing, you're connecting the word with the thing you see.
And while you're there, you might hear people say things like, these avocados are still hard. Or, the cucumbers look good today.
Right. And if you're learning English in an English speaking country, just listening to how people talk around you in the store is a secret lesson. You'll pick up the natural rhythm, small talk, and pronunciation.
Now, let's move to the frozen food section. That's where it gets chilly.
Here's some vocabulary: frozen meals, ice cream tubs, bags of vegetables, frozen pizza.
And the question you'll often ask here is about temperature or storage. For example, does this need to stay frozen? Or how long can I keep this in the freezer?
If you're chatting with a store worker, you might also ask, "When do you restock the frozen berries?"
Restock means to fill the shelves again, so you're asking when new items will arrive.
Okay, now picture the bakery section. My favorite place. The smell alone makes me happy.
Always, and it's a great spot for practicing polite requests. You can say, Could I get 2 croissants, please? Can I have a loaf of sourdough bread?
You'll notice how native speakers often say, can I get instead of can I have? Both are fine, but can I get is more casual and common in everyday conversation.
And if you want to sound friendly, you can add a small phrase at the end. Can I get 2 muffins, please? Or could I have one more? Thanks. That please or thanks makes all the difference.
Let's do a quick role play. I'll be the customer, you be the bakery clerk.
Got it.
Hi, could I get one chocolate croissant and one almond croissant, please?
Sure. Would you like them in a bag or a box?
A bag's fine, thanks.
No problem. That'll be $5. No.
Perfect, here you go.
See how natural that sounds? Nothing complicated, just real simple English used kindly and confidently.
Exactly. The key is to stop thinking of English as something you study and start thinking of it as something you use, even in everyday places like the grocery store.
That's how fluency sneaks up on you, one excuse me, one could I get at a time. So we've shopped, asked for help, and checked out. Now what? Here's where most learners miss a golden opportunity. You can use that same trip later to practice storytelling in English.
Exactly. Every simple experience, even grocery shopping, can turn into a mini English story. It's a great way to practice speaking in the past tense naturally.
Let's try it. I'll describe my grocery trip and you listen for the structure. Ready?
Go for it.
Yesterday, I went to the grocery store near my house. It was pretty busy because it was Saturday morning. I grabbed a cart, picked up some vegetables, and then stopped by the bakery for fresh bread. The line was long, but the cashier was friendly. When I got home, I realized I forgot the milk. Again,
Classic. You always forget the milk.
every time. But did you notice how natural that story sounded? It's not about big, complex sentences, it's just a chain of simple actions. Went, grabbed, picked up, stopped by, got home, forgot.
That's the key. Sequencing. You're telling events in order using simple verbs in the past tense. And because it's about your life, you remember it easily.
Let's make it interactive. Repeat after us, step by step.
Yesterday, I went to the grocery store.
I bought some fruits and vegetables.
I looked for pasta, but they were out of stock.
Out of stock means they've sold everything. Nothing left on the shelf.
Then I paid for my groceries and went home.
See, that's already a smooth mini story, complete and natural.
Here's a little trick. When you tell stories like this, add feelings. It makes your English more alive. For example, the store was crowded and I felt tired. Or, the bread smelled amazing.
I like that. Emotions make memory stronger. You could even add short thoughts like, I couldn't believe how expensive the eggs were, or I was happy to find my favorite cereal on sale.
Exactly. And don't worry about making it perfect. What matters is that you're practicing real life English, things you actually do and feel.
Here's another fun challenge. After your next shopping trip, talk out loud to yourself in English for 1 minute. Just describe what happened.
You can start like this. Today I went to the store. I bought some rice, a few apples, and a bottle of milk. I talked to the cashier, and she asked if I needed a bag.
Even that 1 minute builds fluency. And if you do it regularly, your brain starts forming English sentences automatically, without translation.
That's the real goal. To make English feel like something you live, not just something you learn.
Exactly. And the grocery store is the perfect classroom for that, full of sounds, smells, words, and tiny real world moments that connect straight to English.
All right, so we've gone shopping, talked to people, and even turned it into a story. Now let's slow down and pull a few lessons from all that.
Yeah, because the grocery store isn't just about food. It's one of the best places to notice how English really works in everyday life.
Let's start with vocabulary, not just the words, but how they fit naturally into sentences. We heard things like aisle, cart, produce, on sale, out of stock, receipt, cashier, restock.
All simple but powerful. You don't have to memorize them, just hear them in context. For example, I grabbed a cart. The apples are in aisle 3. This cereal is on sale, or they're out of stock today.
When you practice those little sentences out loud, you're training your speaking reflexes, the ones that help you respond naturally in real life.
Another key phrase we used is, excuse me. It's one of those phrases that opens almost every real world conversation.
Totally. Think about it. You can start with, excuse me, in so many situations. Excuse me, can I get by? Excuse me, do you know where the bread is? Excuse me, could I have one more bag?
You don't need fancy grammar, just polite tone and a calm voice. That's fluent English.
And when you're checking out, phrases like, do you need a bag or would you like your receipt are easy listening practice. You can answer with short, natural phrases. Yes, please. No, thanks, I'm good.
It's also fun to pay attention to the rhythm of conversation. Notice how quick and friendly it is. Short sentences, small smiles, eye contact.
Right. When you shop in an English speaking country, you'll hear lots of little exchanges that sound warm but efficient. Like, hey, how's it going? Good, thanks. You? That'll be 6.50. Here you go. Thanks, have a great day.
That rhythm, polite, light, easy, is the real sound of daily English.
Here's something you can try next time you go grocery shopping, even if you're not in an English speaking country. Play a little game.
I love this idea.
As you walk through the store, say things to yourself in English. Describe what you see. For example, these tomatoes look fresh. That cheese smells strong. I need 2 bottles of water.
You can even whisper it quietly if you're shy. The goal isn't to perform, it's to think in English while you do something familiar.
And if you do live somewhere where English is spoken, take the extra step, talk to the staff, ask for help, say thank you, smile. Every short conversation adds a drop of confidence.
It's like adding ingredients to a recipe. One phrase here, one new word there, and suddenly your English starts to taste better.
That's a beautiful metaphor.
Thank you, chef.
Before we wrap up, let's review some quick pronunciation reminders, just so you can say everything clearly.
Aisle, the S is silent.
Receipt, the P is silent.
Produce, noun. Stress the first syllable. Produce.
And dessert versus desert. One's sweet, one's dry. Don't mix them up.
All right, time for your challenge of the week.
After your next grocery trip, record yourself talking about it in English for 1 minute. Describe what you bought, what you saw, maybe even what you forgot.
Listen to your recording afterward. Not to judge yourself, but to notice how you sound. Then, try it again a few days later and see the difference.
Fluency isn't about speed, it's about ease. And that grows from using English in small, real moments, again and again.
So, next time you're in the store, don't just shop. Listen, speak, describe.
And remember, every ordinary place can become your classroom if you pay attention.
That's the Easylish way.
We'll see you next time. And until then, happy shopping and happy learning.